comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your conscious friends or whatever. Like anybody, like my channel, that is for people who are either woke or you're just becoming woketh, whatever. Hey, and welcome back to Scorpio Chronicles. You already know the vibes. I'm trying to get whatever little bit of sunshine I can get. Like when I say my schedule went from open, free, and clear to just like, what is sleep? What is life? What is walking in nature? Like, I hate it. Hate it. Whatever. Anyways, today's video is all about shadow fucking work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is literally you tapping in to your shadow side. Your shadow is all of those self-limiting beliefs. It's a lot of karma. It's a lot of things that we have to shed in this lifetime. You will never shed everything regarding your shadow in one lifetime. Constant reminder to self. And shadow work is basically done to help you along your healing journey. But in order to heal, if you have attempted it after watching any of my videos, if you have been actively diligently working on your healing, then you know going deep in the depths of who you are on a soul, mental, physical, spiritual level, you have ran into your shadow. And if you're not a Scorpio or whatever, even if you are, it probably scared the fuck out of you because you didn't realize you had such a thing in you. Well, you do. So what is your shadow? What is shadow work? Shadow work is basically the entire epitome of shadow work is deep introspection. That means everyone has the ability to go deep within themselves, to really analyze themselves in a way for the purpose of self-improvement. Not only that, you want to improve the overall well-being of your life. So reasons why most people do not want to do shadow work is because a lot of people would rather continue to tell themselves lies, continue to believe in illusions that were either set in place for them by their upbringing, their environment, their peers, their personal life experiences, or given to themselves. A lot of people, we all know people like this, love illusions. They would much rather be told what to do as opposed to thinking for themselves. A lot of people would rather deny certain aspects about themselves because it's not flattering or it doesn't portray them in the most prettiest, pleasant light possible. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble, boys and girls, we all have a shadow, and until you learn to embrace, acknowledge, and incorporate your shadow work into your everyday existence, you're going to experience a lot of resistance, especially within the next 10 years or so to come. So what inspired me to talk about shadow work? Really and truly, I always talk about shadow work, but I never really had a video detailed or specifically geared towards doing shadow work. And the reason why I want to talk about it now is because as woke as I am, as much as I'm evolving, I still have a shitload of shadow work to do. And I've been really good with being more positive with my affirmations and all of that. I'm really just feeling grateful, but I'm not even going to hold you. Like, I think ever since I went back to work, that shit kind of went out the window, but not entirely. But it's just like I'm so focused on getting money that I'm not even like focusing on my overall well-being, which is why I'm gonna have to slow down with work a little bit. But I digress. So shadow work, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I think I was just so overwhelmed and exhausted from being home for mad long and then jumping back into work. And then, you know me, I don't do nothing regular, so I go from 6 months not working to, okay, I'm gonna go back to work, but now I'm gonna have 2 jobs. No. Who told me to do that? Don't do that. No. And more of the story is, the only reason I'm bringing up work is because I've realized that once you do enough shadow work, or once you evolve, or you do enough healing and self introspection, you learn so much more about yourself. You know what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate. You are able to pinpoint a lot of things about yourself that you are beginning to change or that you want to change. Because remember, life is a fucking journey. So you're never going to have too much information. You're never going to stop learning. And because I let my shadow just go off last weekend, I didn't even mean for it to come out on some G shit, but to be honest, I've been so focused on getting money, being positive, keeping my energy clear, staying away from fuck shit and fuck ass people, that I have not been doing as much shadow work because I'm trying to be all love and light and positive, which I can still be, but in all things, balance is key. I think the best way for us to live a fulfilling and joyful or purposeful life, or just a good life in general, you got to be balanced. And being balanced means you got to understand that you're not always going to be, or you're not always going to operate from a place of your highest good. Because we're humans, we live on planet Earth, which is filled with fucking contrast. There's always going to be something for you to be appreciative of, and there's always going to be situations that life puts you in for you to choose better alternatives or better experiences. That's the only reason we ever really experience anything bad. It's because it's meant to be contrast. If all we did was experience good, how would you know what was bad? How would you know what you would prefer if everything just feels and acts the same or carries the same vibe? You know what I mean? It's kind of a fucked up premise, but there's sense to everything in the universe. Like, there's so many things about who and how we are and the planet we live on that we do not even begin to understand. Like, there's so much information and so much spiritual downloads I get on a daily basis. I just be like, what the fuck? Like, this is a lot of information, but you got to find ways to ground your energy. I think the only reason why my shadow came out to play is because I was so busy working and worrying about bread that I have not been taking walks in nature. I have not been grounding my energy. I haven't been outside barefoot or none of that. So what is so beneficial about doing shadow work? You have a lot more self-control. You'll realize you have a lot of freedom because certain things will, after a certain period of time, it won't really bother or trigger you as much, because the whole purpose of doing your shadow work or doing this introspection is to take inventory of things that you can work on. And don't be like me and feel like you got to be a certain age and have it all figured out. Like, bro, I will never have this thing called life all figured out. And every single day I have to remind myself of that. Every single day I have to let myself know, like, it's okay if I have moments where I fuck up. It's okay if I have days where I just black the fuck out for no reason. As long as it's not an everyday thing, and as long as within that moment I'm able to acknowledge the part that I played in that particular role, which I always do. And that's growth. Like, some people do not want to acknowledge the role that they play in certain things, and you have to, because if you don't acknowledge what you did, how are you supposed to learn from the situation? And even if someone else started it or didn't start it, whatever, even if it takes two to tango, so to speak, you still have to acknowledge the role that you played, because this is your life, this is your existence, it's your reality that you're living, experiencing, creating, co-creating with other people. So that's a short video on your shadow work. Strongly recommend that you do your shadow work. It can be pretty ugly and a little painful to acknowledge certain things about yourself, but remember, we are on this healing journey. Why are we even on this healing journey? I don't really know why you're on it, but I'm on it because, one, you feel better when you feel healed. Two, you're a lot lighter energetically and just overall. And that brings me to another point. I should have made a whole nother video about this, but I'm gonna just throw this in there. I've been noticing how, like, even throughout the quarantine, I've been eating. I'm not putting on no weight. I kind of want to put on weight, but I'm just not. And I realized why. I forgot where I read this, but it said when you begin to disassociate, or you no longer resonate with certain people, places, or things anymore, and you start to forgive yourself and you start to do your shadow work and you begin to heal, a lot of the times people have a lot of weight on them is because they're carrying so much energetic and emotional baggage, and your body is literally the physical manifestation of your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs. So if you're somebody who's surrounded by negative people, or people who pretend to be close to you or they're not really, or whatever, just any type of negative vibes, or if you're still holding on to any form of negativity, whether it's from your childhood, whether it's trauma from past relationships, anything like that, like, your body will literally manifest symptoms such as stored weight or stress or depression. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things have a direct effect on your energy and the vibes we're giving off. So I just wanted to throw that in there. If you want me to do another part 2 or a more in-depth video about shadow work, let me know. Slide in them DMs, shoot me a comment. Other than that, my birthday's coming up. I don't know why this idea came to me today, but I'm gonna just throw it out there. Like, since I don't... Ooh, a snack. Let me stop. I was distracted. Anyways, my birthday's coming up. I have no plans. So if you have any suggestions for anyone whose birthday has already passed during quarantine and all that, I'm not traveling. I don't have time to go anywhere, unfortunately. But next year I will be out. Yeah, slide in my DMs or whatever. Shoot me some ideas. Drop a comment under this video. Yeah. And then, I don't know why, I really want to do a meet and greet. So if you have been watching Scorpio Chronicles since like the very beginning, or you're new and you vibe with me, or you vibe with the content and you would like to meet me in the 3D, in the physical, you know what I mean? Definitely hit me up, let me know, and we could do like a nice, small, intimate gathering, because I'm all about networking. Like, one of my favorite speakers on YouTube be like, yo, your network is your net worth. And that is such facts. That's action facts. So yeah, if y'all interested, slide in them DMs, leave a comment, let me know, and we could orchestrate something. But till my next video, y'all, hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your, you know, your conscious friends or whatever. Like, anybody. Like, my channel, deadass, is for people who are either woke, or you're just becoming woketh, whatever, and you know, you're just looking for some type of guidance, or you're looking for someone who understands you, because probably chances are everyone else around you is misunderstanding you. So yeah, anyways, to my next video, y'all, peace.